On this week's episode of Tuesday Tea with Charlie G, I want to talk to you about something really simple. Tuesday Tea with Charlie G. Spend some time with me, tell me what you see. But what I've learned in, a few years of life now is that less of me is probably more in the long run. For me to do fewer things better, right, with more focus, is a great thing. And so the concepts that I want to talk to you about today come out of this wonderful, powerful book. Some of you recognize it right away. It's written by a guy named Richard Foster, and he's been a very profound effect on my life. I appreciate the works of Richard Foster, his organization. His more famous book is actually called The Celebration of Discipline, and it's a devotional classic. It was written, well over 20, 30 years ago. But in this book, it's titled The Freedom of Simplicity. He talks about a paradox, the paradox of simplicity that we live in. And again, I apologize. This is going to be kind of heavy stuff, but I want to teach it to you because I think some of you may need to hear this today. I know I did. The paradox of simplicity. So remember, this paradox really refers to something that seemingly is opposite. So it's this, but it's also this. It's a paradox. And so the simplicity that we seek in our lives, this less is more, is actually a paradox. And I kind of want to write that out for you here. It's a paradox because, here's an easy one. It's both easy and difficult at the same time, right? Simplicity is easy in one sense. You need to do less. You need to eat less. You need to think less. You need to work less. You need to just do less. That's easy, right? Just do less. But it's so hard because the world is so complex, right? We've got busy schedules and deadlines and duties and, there's always this complexity in our world. And so that's one of the paradoxes that Richard Foster talks about, is that it's so easy, but it's so difficult at the same time. I think another thing that he mentions is that there is an inner or an inward simplicity, right? Inside our minds, inside our hearts, inside our feelings, our emotions, our spirits. But there's also an outward or an outer simplicity that we're looking for as well. And so I want you to think about that. That's a little deeper paradox, right? So I can be very self-centered, right? I can be focused, I can be peaceful inside, even when the world around me is going crazy. Or even when the world around me seems pretty ordered and nice, I can be an inward mess. And so we've all experienced that, right? There is a paradox of trying to find an inward simplicity and an outward simplicity. A great practice is that what I try to do often in my life is try to declutter. That's an outward aspect of simplicity. Get rid of stuff. If I haven't used it in a couple years, get rid of it. Give it away. Just clear out the stuff. That's an outward simplicity. I'm trying to figure out order in my life. I do that with my office. I'm notorious. I got little notes and papers everywhere. Papers stuck here, there. I got to read this book. I got to review that. I got to take care of this. I got to do that. I need to get simple. I got to get simplicity. And what I've found, which is if I can create some outward simplicity, it helps me find the inward simplicity that I'm really seeking. So try that. The other thing is that which one is working first, right? So I'm desiring an inward simplicity, and it creates this habit of me simplifying on the outside. So that's a paradox that we live in. I think another thing that Foster brings up is that it is a grace. There is a grace of simplicity, a gift of simplicity, but there's also a discipline. It's a gift to us from God, right? And so for those of you that are Christians, you pray to say, Lord, help me be focused. Help me be simple. Help me be wholehearted. Help me be integrated, right? Help me be whole. That's what I want. And it's a gift. God gives us that wholeness. However, it is also a practice. It's something that we work on every day. And so it is both a gift and a discipline to find this simplicity in life. And so I encourage you today that if you feel like you're just rushed, like this summer perhaps has been hectic, it's just busy, 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 go, 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 do, all the time. Start with a prayer to say, Lord, help me to focus. Help me to be simple. Just take a deep breath and help me to do that on a regular basis. And listen, watch. God will give you that grace. He'll give you that gift. And I pray that you'll receive that gift today. The last thing I want to show you is that Richard Foster mentions this paradox in that it's a celebration, right? Simplicity is a celebration of what we have, right? So we say, "Oh, I'm thankful. I'm very happy to have what I have. Like I've got clothes and I got a car and I got a house and I got possessions that I should be thankful for. I need to celebrate what I do have. But I need to realize and understand the limitation of those things as well. So I can be thankful that I have things, stuff, possessions, but I need to realize that I will never find my happiness in those things. Right? So we have stuff. It's great. We're gifted. We're one of the most wealthy cultures, one of the most affluent and resource-filled societies ever to be on earth, right? And that's to be celebrated. We're thankful for those things. We're thankful that we've got all this stuff. We can give stuff away. We can bless other people. We can be what God wants us to be in our abundance. But we'll never find our identity in our stuff, right? And simplicity is this concept that we would live in this paradox, right? The last thing I want to share you, Foster's quote from the book was just a little teaser. Maybe you'll go out and read it. But he says he seeks to be single-hearted. That means focused, but also sensitive to the complexities of the world. I want to be in the world, but not of the world. Right? And those are powerful words from Jesus himself, that he would lead us to be in the world, but not of the world. Hey, hope this gives you some encouragement today. Appreciate all your prayers and your support. I'm going to sing us out here, and I want you to seek simplicity today in a new way. Go out and get that book, maybe. Richard Foster, The Freedom of Simplicity. Enjoy. Go make it a great day. Well, it's Tuesday tea with Charlie G. Spend some time with me. Tell me what you see. We'll have encouraging lessons, counting all of our blessings. It's Tuesday with Charlie G. Yeah, that's me. Be blessed today.